It's listing season.
Yes, it is.
And you know what? One of the most common issues as real estate agents that we can fall into, the trap of?
Crappy photos?
Well, that works.
Joke.
No, we can find ourselves sitting at a table with a homeowner and literally trying to respond to their questions, and we can find ourselves actually claiming that we can sell a home for a certain price.
Dude, if I had $1 for every time I've heard a real estate agent say they could sell a home for a certain price, like, blows me away.
Yeah, right.
Especially when it's above, like it's so much higher than what I told them the home should likely sell for.
Well, yeah, here's the problem, right? When as real estate agents we start throwing out the pricing is that we make it sound like we control the market, and we don't, right?
No.
Like we're in charge of interpreting the market. We certainly don't control it.
Yes, so I mean, to me, that's one of the biggest mistakes I see real estate agents make in their listing consultations. First of all, they have them. Most agents call it a presentation instead of a consultation. And when you present to someone, that means you're giving them the facts, right? As opposed to having a consultation and talking to them about the facts, so we can figure out a game plan together. And when you look at that from that context, you look at market stats and you talk about the truth and the facts of the market. And then you start to figure out what the home might sell for. That is a different approach than Mr. or Mrs. Seller, your home is going to sell for X, or I can get you X for your home. You can't get crap for the home. The market will bear a certain amount. Now your ability to reach that maximum, now that is where we have an advantage, but I can tell you right now, it's not like, if the home won't go for more than say $400,000, you're not getting $450 for it. It just doesn't work that way.
Yeah. Well, and the problem with us saying what we can do is that there's things we can control. We can control what the marketing looks like. We can control good photos, right? But there's a lot that the seller can control, right?
Yes.
The seller can control the condition of the property, how it looks when somebody comes in. We can help them with that, but they control it. I mean, minus the fact of you maybe going over and making their bed every day and picking up after them. Like, we don't control that, right? The seller also controls access to the property, right? How frequently and how easily somebody can get into the property. And the seller also controls price, right? And those are the three things the seller controls that, in my mind, more affect the saleability of a property than even my marketing to a degree. Now, marketing matters, don't misunderstand me, but I really think that our job as real estate professionals is to coach and advise sellers on what they can do to help the property sell at a certain price.
Listen, in this day and age, with all of the portals and all the websites with all the resources for a homeowner, or excuse me, a home buyer to search for homes for sale, marketing should almost never be the thing. Now, that's not to say some people don't have exceptional marketing, but again, if a home is worth, let's say, a certain amount, right? Or the market could bear, $400,000. This is 100% of what the market can bear. So it's our job as the professional to, how close to that can we get? Now, unfortunately, what happens is a lot of folks tell the homeowner, oh, no, we can get up here because I'm amazing. And the truth is you can't ever go past 100%. And so, but then the homeowner doesn't do their part, so now they can't go more than 80% or 90%, and then the agent only does like half their job, so now it's even lower. Like, the reality is we've all got to do our job just to kind of get to zero, if you will, or to 100% of what the market will bear.
I think the important thing is we all want saleable listings, right? But we want to go into the relationship making sure that we're promising things we can actually deliver, and making sure that we don't put all the onus on ourselves. That's the worst thing you can do as a listing agent, is make it sound like you control everything, and then the seller doesn't find themselves actively involved in the process. And when you have a seller who's not actively involved in the process, the issue can become that they're hoping for you to do everything, and therefore they're not taking an active part in helping you sell that home.
There's an old school saying for salespeople that is like, under promise and over deliver. And while I'm not necessarily an under promise guy, I think we should just be honest with what we can do. We absolutely should always be shooting to over deliver though, right? And instead of what I see most realtors do is they over promise and under deliver. Like, you guys got it backwards. Like, we can stop doing that shit right now if you're one of those people.
Love it. All right, we'll talk more about listings in some upcoming episodes. See you later.